Summary of Preface to the Lyrical Ballads by William Wordsworth. Wordsworth's preface to the Lyrical Ballads has been seen as a plan for the English Romantic movement over the years. Wordsworth writes about why he wrote his experimental ballads in a certain way. The highbrow poetry of Wordsworth's late neoclassical peers is different from the simple, everyday language used in lyrical ballads. These poems are about the lives of peasants. For his work, Wordsworth worked alone. His good friend Samuel Taylor Coleridge helped him write the lyrical ballads. Wordsworth wants to start a new type of writing with friends like Coleridge that will be about low and rustic life. Wordsworth thinks that ordinary people are less shy and more honest because they are always in touch with nature's beauty. People's everyday language will also be used in this new type of poetry because it is more general and stable than poetic language. Wordsworth thinks that a lot of the poetry written at the time is too shallow and crude, depending too much on sensationalism to get people to read it. This kind of poetry, along with modern urbanization and industry, makes people less smart. Wordsworth thought that good poems should serve a purpose besides being a fun diversion. It is the point of Wordsworth's songs for readers from cities to experience nature through other people so that they can get away from the mind-numbing parts of modern life. Wordsworth also thinks that feelings are very important. In fact, feelings are more important in poetry than the story and the characters. He says, all good poetry is the spontaneous overflow of emotion that takes its origin from emotion recollected in tranquility. It is important for the poet to remember his feelings in a calm state of mind. This gives the poet a chance to think deeply about the experience, which lets them include both passion and deep thought in their work. Poetry should make you feel deep things. Wordsworth thinks that poetry should not be taken lightly, no matter how simple the meter is. Both the poet and the reader should take the content of the poem carefully. In addition to these bigger ideas about poems, Wordsworth also talks briefly about how important meter is. Author Wordsworth says he writes poetry instead of text because the rhythm of poetry makes it more interesting. And the regularity of meter can help keep feelings in check that might get out of hand if the work were written in the more free-form style of text. The last line of Wordsworth's preface to the Lyrical Ballads says that he can't say anything else and asks the reader to enjoy his songs on their own.
About the author. Wordsworth was born and raised in the beautiful English Lake District. Most likely, his love of nature came from the way he was raised. Wordsworth went to St. John's College, Cambridge University, and got his degree with no honors. After finishing school, he went to France for a year and became a strong backer of the French Revolution. During this time, he fell in love with a Frenchwoman named Annette Vallon and had a daughter with her named Caroline. He had to go back to England because he didn't have enough money, and the war kept him from seeing his lover and kid again. Together with his disappointment with the Revolution, this made Wordsworth very close to losing it. It was a very bad time for Wordsworth. A friend died and left him enough money to live on by writing poems. In 1795, he went to Dorsetshire with his sister Dorothy. There, he met the poet Samuel Taylor Coleridge and began writing poetry at the age of 27. Lyrical Ballads, one of the most important books of the time, was written by Wordsworth and Coleridge during a short time of working together. Over the years, he became richer and more well-known, but he also became more religious and political conservative, which upset fans like William Hazlitt, who had once seen him as a supporter of democratic change. In 1843, Wordsworth was Great Britain's poet laureate. He died in 1850, when he was 80 years old.
Hope we summarized it fully and you liked it. Please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel so that we are motivated to create more videos.